Okay, guys, you got 5 minutes. You know that, don't you?
Thank you. Please go and help Brent look for his beef fillet. Julia, if you can't find it in the next 5 minutes,
take it off the
cut
menu.
off the menu.
Have any of you guys seen our beef?
No.
Your what?
Beef, no.
Sammy, beef is off the menu.
Beef's off the menu?
Yep.
Julia, can you please go speak to Lucas and Josh?
Tell Matt, yep. Yep.
I feel responsible for the beef goes missing because, you know, I'm responsible for the whole performance of the team.
Beef's off the menu?
Has to be.
Why is that? What happened?
We have misplaced our beef fillet.
Okay.
So
You don't know where it's gone?
Got no idea where it's gone. I know it was on our tray when we brought it downstairs. You know, in a situation like this, if you haven't got it, you can't serve it to the customer. Don't even offer it to them. Time for service was about to come up, so put our trust in one another to deliver and win. There's a bigger prize than a piece of missing beef.
We're pumped, we're excited, everyone's flying around. We are trying so hard to get the food on the train, and all we can see is people lined up at the door. Oh my God, people are actually coming to us. It's really kicking in that we have taken over the restaurant.
All right, mate, let's go. Let's open up. Sammy, we're up, mate. Just want to come on the blue team? You want to eat blue tonight? Eat blue at Sushi Chew.
Have a seat, ladies.
Take as much food as you want, eat as much as you can. I'll mark the card for you as you take your dishes.
This is an elimination challenge. We have a 2-hour service, and the team that makes the most money on the night wins the challenge.
So you just help yourselves, it's all self-service. The coloured plates here, these ones are $9.
The train went from having 60 dishes on it to about 10, almost instantly. And then the real tough work began of maintaining 40 to 50 dishes on that sushi train with a very good spread of the 10 different dishes that we had at any one time.
We need this stuff in the kitchen, like, pretty badly. This stuff we're pumping out this week is fine.
Tom was made in charge of the kitchen arena. However, he didn't step up to the plate at all.
Tom? Let me help you.
Can I just, could you please just, you're not helping, can you just concentrate on doing what you're doing?
Let me help. I just want to get this out of the way.
I took on too much responsibility. I should have either been the manager or delegated somebody to do the rolling of the crab rolls. Couldn't actually do the two things at the same time.
10 minutes into the service, Tom realises that he has to concentrate on making crab rolls. So he asked me if I could take over, stop what I was doing, and run the kitchen.
Can you switch to beef? I need beef, it's gone. There is no beef.
Trev can, you know, make us chop and work.
We're absolutely trying this, ladies. I need it faster. Your guys' stuff is flying. They love it.
I felt as if, though, we were all in the Navy. He made us, you know, really pump out our dishes, but it worked. It went smoothly.
When they're ready to pay, just send them to the front with their Sushi Chew card, make sure they got all their plates ticked off. Yep. They will do the payment, and then you just reset so you can put someone else down.
Yep, lovely.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I think we're doing pretty well. We've actually got a full house. At one stage, we ran out of the tatake.
Yeah.
We sent so many dishes out there. So at this point, I'm feeling more confident. I was actually asking a few customers about what they thought about the food, and they all loved it. They said it's fantastic.
We were on the red, we were going to go to the blue, but we got persuaded by the red team.
I had the prawn. Sorry, I had the prawn one with the cucumber and the mayonnaise, and it was lovely.
We were on the blue team, and it was great. We were right up the front, and we had soft shell crab, seared tuna, and it was fantastic.
We were on red. It was that...
Yeah, kingfish
was great.
So we were at the blue table, and we thought the meal was excellent. We loved the best sushi I've ever had.
Look, Tataki!
I can see that the red ones are more plates.
I have got more
plates on there. I know our guys are making them very special. That's why they're taking some time.
I was regularly getting feedback from Josh about what dishes were selling well. I think he was a bit concerned that we were a bit behind the red team in terms of the amount of food we're getting on the train.
Everyone's, I'm pushing the kingfish.
Beautiful. There's not a lot of that left, so if you get it off, it's off. We've got none left, right? We've got heaps of rolls we can do. So maybe start to crabfish.
Soft shell crab. We're pushing soft shell crab.
Guys, can we pick up the pace if you can?
Yep.
We were really racing against the clock, and do you know what? I try not to have this whole self-doubt thing, but I did have self-doubt because I'm thinking I'm not rolling them quick enough and people aren't getting enough food out there. But I actually had a plate come back right off the bat, binned, I think. I've just got to like be meticulous, take my time, make each one perfect, and it doesn't matter if it's slow. It's going to have to be slow because I can't afford to have any dishes coming back.
Sam, you've got 30 people sitting in the blue section. You've got 8 plates on the train. So you need to move your ass.
How you doing, mate? Good. We're here to support the red team and their sushi efforts. Well, we're actually full up. So if you want to wait for 2 minutes, I'm sure I'll find you a couple of places and we can sit you down.
The mood in the restaurant was absolutely electric. I couldn't believe it. I was buzzing off my head. It was very, very cool.
We're killing it, mate.
Throughout the entire challenge, I keep on glancing at the blue team. They actually look completely composed and they're doing things, but for some reason, they don't seem to have as many customers or dishes.
This is amazing. We can't keep up with the amount of people that are coming through the door.
That's freaking Chris and Justine's work, mate. They're on every table. Everyone come in's got one. Those two nailed it.
Do we give them money? Does that
$50.
Hey,
teams, you got 5 minutes to go.
Lucas, you hear that? 5 minutes left, yeah? Lucas, please come down here now. All dishes $3.
Okay, all dishes $3,
$3, right?
All dishes $3.
This is $3.
Everything.
Everything $3.
Okay, 2 more minutes. We have to finish these plates.
You want to finish all?
Come on, let's go.
Oh.
Guys, are you sure you can't just help us out with one more dish? You will never have sashimi like this. Do it for the red team. You can.
Tonight was excellent. Running a kitchen tonight like that was extremely exciting. Guys, well done. Hey, well done. I'm proud of everyone, right?
I think we did very well. And I can't wait to see what we tallied up.
I think everyone dug in deep. It was a full-on task. And, wow, glad it's finished. Well done, guys.
I don't know if we beat the blue team. That will be determined by how much money we make.
The first cut's always the deepest, and I think that this elimination will really change the dynamics in the house and in the game. As soon as the first person goes home, there's one empty bed, and that empty bed will then be a reminder that this is a competition, and if you don't step up, you'll go home.
Red team, blue team, welcome back to the kitchen. You've just faced off in your first team challenge, and it was a tough one, right?
Yes.
The challenge was to run Sushi Chu restaurant in Sydney for 2 hours during a busy dinner trade. The team that made the most money at the till on the night will now be declared the winner. As a treat, the winning team will be having lunch at Upray Restaurant in Sydney.
Oh, that's awesome.
As well as enjoying a long, indulgent lunch, you'll also get to go back into the kitchen and see how it all works during a busy lunch service. Now, as for the losing team, one person will be eliminated. Here's how it will work. Each person from the losing team will cast a vote as to who they think performed the worst during the challenge. So let's have a look at how each team went. Red team first. Gary, how'd they go?
It's a difficult challenge. It really was. I mean, you probably entered this competition thinking that it was all going to be about you. And then all of a sudden you're thrust into a team environment. I think you did a good job. You had your heads down, bums up, and you stayed focused. And you kept the sushi train full, which in the end is what it's all about. So, Sandra, you were the team captain. How do you think your team went?
I think my team went exceptionally well. They all did the jobs. I had to select 6 people to be in the kitchen,
Yep.
2 to do the marketing and 2 to do the shopping. And I chose Aaron and I to go shopping.
One of the difficulties, though, being the leader, being the captain, is you need to be supervising.
I thought I would come back into the kitchen and we would have time to prepare and then I would get to delegate, but that didn't happen, so...
Sort of a crucial mistake, isn't it? Who were the standouts?
Trevor was one of them.
Why?
Because he was managing the team and I think that's what kept the food coming.
I thought it was Tom. Tom was in charge of the kitchen.
First I put Tom and then I delegated it back to Trevor.
And Sandra, you nominated yourself as front of house person. Did you decide that or did the team decide that? How did that work?
Because when I walked in the kitchen, I asked if I could help and I was told to keep away from the kitchen.
Guys, can I help you anyway?
Yeah. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Why did you ask her to stay away from the kitchen, Trevor?
It was a very small space. She hadn't done any of the masterclass, and she was just going to get in the way, to be honest.
But Tom was in charge of the kitchen.
See something wrong, you've got to fix it. If you see something wrong, you've got to fix it.
If you see something wrong, you should go to Tom. It's very important in a kitchen that you maintain that hierarchy. You worked in the Navy for 22 years, no?
That's correct.
What happens when you start ignoring the chain of command, when you start making decisions on your own?
Shit goes wrong.
I'm thinking, okay, at least it looks good. You gotta see the positive in something. There's good pea puree there, there's good broad beans.
For your main course, we have a chicken ballatine with a pea puree and broad beans. The stuffing is couscous, raisin and pistachio.
They had a time limit, didn't they, to cook?
Yep. Well,
See, that's the problem. If you're gonna...
Okay, so look, I mean, that's just unacceptable. Basically uncooked chicken, which is what would be one of the great 5 no-nos of restaurant food.
Mine might just squeeze in to the bounds of acceptability, but I'd be a bit nervous about eating it. Oh, no, I take my words back.
Yeah, no, they're undercooked. Sadly, it's probably the best-looking dish we've seen so far of the 3. And the red main looked like you want to eat it. Beautiful colours on the chicken, the pea puree, the beans, great flavours there. Nice stuffing, but undercooking the chicken, a big no-no. OK, let's see if the blue team can do better with their main course.
We have chicken 2 ways. There's oven-roasted portions of chicken. There's a boudin blanc of chicken and ricotta-filled tortellini with a roast hazelnut vinaigrette.
Oh, that's impeccably cooked. Absolutely impeccably cooked. Moist, juicy.
I could happily have just that breast. It's so nicely done.
The hazelnut, that chicken sausage.
Nicely seasoned, good flavour.
It's very well cooked. I like the little tortellini.
If I'm sitting down in a restaurant and I have that dish, I'll be actually quite happy with that.
The mood in the blue team's fantastic. I think we know that we stretched ourselves because we didn't have a lot of ingredients. So we've actually stepped outside the box, and I hope the critics can see that.
I'm quite positive about this dessert. Beautiful tart, nice balsamic glaze and blueberries, so good flavour combinations, and I'm hoping it'll do well.
For your dessert course, we have a mixed berry tart with a balsamic reduction.
What do you reckon, Marissa? You like it?
And this reminds me of Nana's tea party. It's clearly pre-made fruit with a frozen pastry base and some commercialised cream.
The idea is not bad, what they've done. I just sort of think it's a bit too gruely in its, the filling. You know, whereas I think if they hadn't tried to serve it like it was a fresh tart, you know, had they baked it, I'd be going, wacko, how brilliant is this?
They've got some huge advantages here in terms of the ingredients they had to play with.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see if the blue team can actually put up a better dessert.
I thought our dessert was pretty good, and I heard reports that Kate's dessert wasn't that good, so I didn't think Kate's dish was on the radar.
The dessert looks clumsy. The presentation's definitely not as good as it is on the other two dishes we've plated up. I know that the quinoas haven't set. They've run all over the tart. It is a chocolate and nut ganache tart with passion fruit syllabub.
Is there such a thing as too much chocolate?
Okay, well, let's just say that maybe this is for 4.
So we have to stop scoring at 10. We can't go higher?
My God.
It's a guilty pleasure on a plate. Fabulous.
It's not a hard dish to make, but it's a huge impact dish when you put it on the table. Mango and passion fruit cream does have some good acidity there, and it does manage to balance that very, very rich chocolate ganache. Do you like it?
I love it.
Say a lot.
You know, if a restaurant critic is quiet because they're busy eating, I think that's probably a pretty good thing. I love the base. Gee, haven't they done well?
I think the blue team's done splendidly. It's a marvellous little creation with everything that was at their disposal.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks, Matt. It's been a great experience.
Tomorrow, I'll reveal our decision to both the teams.
Be interesting to see what they say.
Oh my, won't it?
Waking up to thunderstorms this morning, it's quite appropriate for the dramatic and harrowing day that's going to unfold. One of us is going to be going home today, and we're all very aware of that.
I didn't sleep very well. It was going over and over in my mind, things that judges might say, especially about my performance.
The red team is particularly nervous this morning as we served uncooked chicken, and we all know it.
I have woken up this morning and oh my God, I'm really, really scared. I've never been down that road before in the losing team.
We all agree, red and blue team, that it's going to be a hard one to pick.
If the red team lose and we're in the elimination process again, I'll be the only one who's been through all 3. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just trying not to think about it.
I'm not ready to go home yet. I don't want to go through another elimination. There are people on the blue team who haven't had a win yet. They need a win to lift their spirit.
Red team, blue team, welcome back. Yesterday's team challenge really tested your limits. Each team had 1 hour to prepare a 3-course meal for 3 of the best food critics in the country. George, you mentored the red team. How do you think they went?
Honestly, I think they did a brilliant job. Under the circumstances, they shopped really well.
Can you get some capsicum?
Yeah.
Peppercorns in vinegar.
Sorry, that looks all right.
But in terms of the dishes, the chicken was a bit of a letdown, I think.
Basically uncooked chicken, which is what would be one of the great 5 no-nos of restaurant food.
Chris, how do you think the team went?
I could have improved on timing. I presumed it was going to be restaurant service, you know, entree, main, then dessert, so that's what screwed me up on the timing of the chicken. Probably could have been more vocal, though, but overall, I think everybody worked well.
Gary, you joined the blue team for the day. How do you think they performed?
The shopping was a bloody disaster as far as I was concerned. You got some odd ingredients here. Cottage cheese with sun-dried tomato, garlic butter. This is just rubbish. One of the things that you'd agreed on as a team when you left was that you were going to shop for basics, you were going to buy things that you could do something with. So, to you, Kate, how do you think you performed as the team captain?
We put in our best effort yesterday and we're fairly confident at this point. If I could do the shopping again, then yes, there's a few things I wouldn't have picked up.
Blue team, red team, the pressure is really on. But the big moment has arrived. We're now ready to reveal the critics' verdict. Matt.
My guests and I have eaten around the world at restaurants reviewing them. We've never faced a decision like the one we had to make yesterday. In terms of the two teams, there was some really impressive stuff going on. Red, you took full advantage of the freezer cabinet. Blue, the first two dishes look weird, and I don't think I've seen anything like that in any restaurant in the world. In this envelope, I have the result.
10 seconds of your life is the time between Matt Preston reading what's on that envelope and announcing it to the group.
The winning team is the blue team.
I was absolutely ecstatic. It's a fantastic, fantastic feeling.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary, for your words of wisdom.
All three at once.
Sam, Lucas and I have been on the losing team for the last 2 weeks, so I think of everyone on blue. The three of us were relieved that we weren't going to have to go through the elimination process once again.
It was the dessert that was the standout dish, and a fantastic dish. And the only criticism that the two toughest critics in Australia could come up with was it was a little bit big.
Yeah, we knew.
So congratulations, that's the best dish we've seen from you, Kate.
Thank you.
Really good.
I was just so proud of everyone. I'm so happy we won. I think we really deserved it.
Well done, blue team.
So there is a theme to your lunch?
There is. I'm actually a chief in the Navy. I'm on long service leave to come and do this little caper.
Wonderful.
So we figured we've got a little bit of a nautical theme. You might as well use me as a prop.
OK, that's it. Come on, Brent, let him go. So, Curtis, which team tempted you?
I do like a bit of a theme, so it's going to be, on my right, the blue team.
Yeah.
I decided to dine with the blue team first because I think they put a bit more effort into it than the red team.
So, Brent, you've got 20 minutes to add all those last little finishing touches to all your dishes. Make sure everything's ready to go.
Well, actually, Gary, our team is ready to go with the experience right now. Everything's going to spoil if we don't start right now.
Fantastic. Off you go, then.
Thank you. Come on, team.
When the blue team tell me that they're going to forfeit their 20-minute prep time, I think to myself, that's some confidence right there. These guys must be on the ball. They must know what they're doing.
Welcome to the captain's table, Mr. Stone.
Thank you very much.
Curtis, please take a seat at the head of the table.
The head of the table. You little beauty. I felt really special. I thought, well, isn't that lovely? They're going to give me the best seat in the house. Then they sat the captain of the ship next to me, which was also really sweet.
So we've got some prawns and some crab meats and...
Tell us what you feel like, Curtis.
Mussels.
Probably got it on that plate.
I eat it all, so, you know, you go for it.
We've got the seafood platter on the table. Basically help yourself service.
Australia's seafood is so delicious, so you don't really need to muck around with it too much. It's a garlic mayonnaise. I mean, it's all pretty standard cooking with that sort of stuff.
I'll have a glass of the Sauvignon Blanc. Thank you. So tell me about the two dipping sauces.
It's just a garlic mayonnaise, which is store-bought mayonnaise, garlic and lemon. We should not have bought mayo. We have 9 people on that team who know how to make mayo. Why would you buy mayonnaise?
Who's tasted the lobster? What do you think? To me, the lobster's a bit tasteless.
Ah, the lobster's going to come back and haunt me forever, I know it.
How did you buy it? Whole cooked.
Whole and cooked. You're a little bit in unknown water when you're buying a cooked crayfish.
Yeah.
You know, a crayfish should be cooked as close to being killed as possible. If you source great quality ingredients, you don't have to do too much to it.
Okay.
You know, I'm not impressed by the lobster.
I probably did let the team down. They didn't have any raw lobster there, and I would have honestly bought it if I did.
As a cook, I'd try and discourage you from making an excuse of, well, that was sort of all we could get our hands on. If that's all you can get your hands on, don't use it.
Yep.
Great advice. Thank you.
Yes, that doesn't straighten this on the end. Travis next door.
Clear away, thank you.
The service for the blue team could have been helped out a lot by chilling everyone out. They kept getting up and down from the table. It was a bumbly mess.
There was beautiful snapper there today, and when they came out, I just thought, man, I wish I had hooked on a couple of those myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I think Brent's quite nervous. What he intended to do was monopolise a conversation. He didn't really let many of his other team get a word in. And that's important, especially as a leader. You need to make sure that everybody's playing as a team.
The most beautiful stuff ever.
So it's time to serve the fish.
Can I give you the cheek?
The cheeks are delicious.
I made sure I gave him the fish cheeks and the back of the neck because it's just so juicy and tender.
So you've got a bit of snapper. Tell me how you cooked it.
I scored the meat, put a little bit of the tops of the fennel into it, bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, and stuffed it with fennel, a bit of parsley, and just a splash of white wine just over the top, closed it up and cooked it for 18 minutes on the barbecue. Let it sit, and a fennel and potato bake that we did on the barbecue.
Yum. I'm so hungry.
We lost track of time a lot during lunch.
It's great.
Good.
I love fennel. It's one of my favourite ingredients.
We've only just served the main meal and he's really enjoying it, but we still have dessert, so we were a little bit worried.
So guys, just to let you know, we started off with 30 minutes and we've got about 5 minutes to go.
Time flies.
So at that point, I'm in a bit of a rush to get up there and make sure that Curtis at least gets to taste our dessert before time's up.
Where's the banana cake? Here?
It is in a bag underneath this counter. I'm going to put it in the bowls, yeah. I'm just messing it all up on the plate, to be honest.
Fish cooked on the bone has got so much more flavour than if it's been filleted first, so I really admire your decision to cook a whole fish. It's great. It's harder to do than cooking a fillet, so I'm very impressed.
Sorry to rush you, Curtis, but just so with time, the dessert.
Perfect timing. That was delicious.
Aussie mess, based on Eton mess, but more Aussie.
Aussie mess.
Aussie mess. Well,
whose idea was this?
Kate's idea.
Kate, come over and join us.
Go, Kate, go, Kate,
So I
go.
take it you've never had Aussie mess before.
Aussie mess? I don't know what an Aussie mess is. You've got to explain it to me.
Everyone knows Eton mess, obviously. So we've got meringues, some minted cream, passion fruit, bananas, and a mango coulis. Something nice and refreshing and summery. So.
The flavours with the passion fruit and the banana, I love. Delicious. The cream's nice and velvety, and the meringue, I think it works. It's nice to invent Aussie food. That's what we're all about. The blue team has got a real spark in there. They served a couple of really good things. Guys, I think time's up, so that's my last.
Here's to Curtis, everybody.
Cheers. Well done, Michelle.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your lunch.
Come on.
Thank you.
Cheers, team.
Lunch number 2, I love this. So who's been
The
leading?
challenge is we have to cook for the team and Curtis Stone. We get given $500 to go shopping and we have to come up with a banquet.
A whole baked salmon.
It's time for my second meal of the day, the red team.
Do you want me to plate that for you?
The red team used their prep time, and I think it was really wise.
I start plating up the vegetables and just keep my eye on Chris's fish as well. Things are pulling together. We should get this done.
Let's go.
Okay. Superb.
I was stoked with how everything came seamlessly together.
How's it going, guys?
Looks like a wedding.
Wow, look at that. My first impressions of the red team was they had it together. They were really calm. I was impressed. The table looked beautiful and they were all very relaxed. Great. I'm sitting here.
Would you like some water to start?
I'd love some water, thank you. This all looks beautiful.
Yep.
You spelt my name wrong though, Po.
Did I really?
I'm only joking. I had my name on my play setting. It was really sweet and it was quite classy. It was well done.
Would you want to help yourself to some...
Yeah, so what have we got here, guys?
Okay, we've got the smoked eel.
Some smoked eel.
Yep, that's good.
Po, for you?
Oh, Curtis served Po for a little bit. Yeah, it was just friendly, happy and comfortable.
Thomas.
Do you want me to get some food, Andre? Everyone got a drink?
Yeah. Who's got a drink?
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome, Curtis. Lovely to meet you.
Cheers. We've got some, we've made some mayonnaise also.
All
roast
homemade?
garlic, just lemon and a dill mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you make this one?
Just the egg yolks, mustard. I did half olive oil, half sunflower oil. And then we finish off with lemon and dill.
That's really good.
And then the saffron.
Curtis commentates on all of the food. He loves the homemade sauces.
Should we clear these and move on to some bigger things?
Yeah. Looks good.
We picked salmon because it looks good in banquet.
So you decided to cook it in foil, so it's baked?
It's baked on the barbecue, yeah. It's 45, 50 minutes, then we left it rest for about 15.
So what was your intention? How did you want to cook it?
Oh, just low and slow. I wanted it to be a little underdone.
So how do you think this is cooked?
I think it's slightly over.
Yep.
I would have liked it a little pinker in the middle. Mind you, it's been sitting there for a while, so I don't think it's been...
Well, I'm not sure that this is the right dish if you weren't sure when you were going to serve it. I think you're right. I think it's overcooked. To me, to serve a nice big fish like that and not worry whether it was hot or cold and a little bit overcooked, you're getting into dangerous territory there.
There's quite a lot of pan juices down the bottom if you want to get into some of those.
We accepted our mistake. We knew because you all make mistakes. And also the vegetables. We created 4 seasons in one.
So tell me about the veggies.
Veggies thinly sliced. The mushrooms just had a bit of oregano on it.
I'll give you a quick crash course.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, autumn. Asparagus, it's the quintessential spring vegetable.
Yeah, right.
Pumpkin is autumn, winter. Zucchini, summer. So we've gone spring, summer, winter, and autumn.
Oh, so I put the whole year in your dish.
We could call it the quattro stagioni. And they served vegetables from 4 different seasons. That's a disaster. Like, that's the one thing you are not allowed to do when you serve me lunch. When you're a chef, you have to think about what's grown in season, when you can, what's grown locally, and what's good.
Seasonality.
Seasonality is super important.
Sandra and Jeannie wanted to go back to get the desserts prepared because that was their dish.
Jeannie's actually created a fantastic dessert, George's olive oil mousse.
I love chocolate, and I've got a really delicious olive oil chocolate mousse.
We've got 4 minutes left. Let's go.
This is a raspberry. I've had this before. It's almost like a raspberry champagne.
Oh, yum.
Doing fantastic.
Where did you get the recipe from, Jetty?
Friend of ours.
That was quite a lot. The secret is actually Geordie's recipe with the olive oil. I
thought I recognised
it. Geordie's recipe, and he'll be quite proud that I've used it.
To that, I emulsify 200 mils of olive oil to the chocolate, OK?
You've got to be careful when you ask a Greek chef to do a French dessert. Because they start putting olive oil in it. But
I could have closed my eyes, actually, and be with my own family. It was extremely relaxed.
For me, it just reminded me of, the weekends, just eating, talking, laughing. It's a very European thing.
It tastes delicious.
It works with the berries and the chocolate.
Really nice with the berries. The mousse is very rich.
Have a sip of the beer now.
Okay. Guys, I'm having so much fun, I don't want to leave, but thank you so much for a delicious lunch. I've really, really enjoyed it.
Curtis.
Thank you for coming. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest without me.
Thank you. We will.
Fantastic.
Good job.
Team Red.
We've pulled off exactly what we set out to do, which is a warm, inviting, comfortable environment with loads of beautiful food, good drink, good conversation. We've done it.
Still ahead, Curtis plays judge and jury.
It's tough. There was big mistakes on both.
How you going? Would you like to taste some MasterChef food? Yummy lamb skewers ready.
And it was an amazing feeling because we're ahead of the blue team.
Beautiful. Cool. There you go. You're our first customer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, we've just had our first sale. We're ahead of the blues. All right.
Red team start cheering all of a sudden, and I realise that they've made their first sale for the day. We're really behind at this point. I'm definitely regretting that we picked a dish that was so time-consuming to prepare.
I was pretty much told that I would be spruiking. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't get embarrassed easily, so rounding up people to the stall will be pretty easy.
Service at front, please.
I sent people over to the tent. They stood there for 4 or 5 minutes and nobody served them. It was bad. A lot of people were waiting a long time for fast food, and that is not a good thing.
Didn't you say you were serving? The customers are here.
There's no food ready, mate. I'm not going to send 100 people there if there's no food. It's pointless. All it's going to do is just make them panic. So I'll just wait.
A bit disorganised, but we were the first. They tried hard.
I'm not making any excuses, but an extra pair of hands would actually be really good, because people coming up to our tent and not being served, which is really unfortunate because we need the money to come in.
What's happening? You realise customers are walking out because they're not getting served? A lady was standing here for 3 minutes. No one even looked around to walk through.
Who's going to stay in front of us?
I'll keep an eye on it, all right?
Cool. All right, cool. Just annoying.
Gary and George came over.
Give us 2 plates of your best.
We had plenty of risotto to serve.
Would you like some extra parmesan?
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely. Thanks very much. I mean, the lamb koftas have sort of stayed together. It's nice and fresh. Nice sort of yogurt sauce there. And they put a tomato sauce on as well. I'm not sure why.
It is not nice. I mean, give that a go, Gary. It's just really goggy.
As things were moving along, Aaron's having some big issues producing the toffee.
Let's have a look at this. That's a caramel, is it? What happened there? See, it's crystallised?
Yeah.
Completely crystallised. Who's been playing around with it?
They've been moving stoves from back to front.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait. I need more sugar. Well, the caramel was moved too much, so it's crystallised, so it's not fluid, so we just have to start it again.
Time on the toffee, do we know? Ho? It's going to be a while yet, I'm sorry, darling.
Just 1 lamb skewer, please.
And thank you for supporting the red team.
Yum. The flavour is just fantastic. It's not dry at all, and this little yogurt dressing to go with it, really delicious.
Bread stand just over there. Please. Yeah, thank you. Our prices were $4 for each item. Their price was $6.50. We need to get almost double people to come to our store. If we see 3 people over there, we need 6. No questions, just get 6 people over to our side. Children, families, mums, grandmas, everyone.
You want to support Sydney, right? Yeah. Red team, come on, come quick, 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 quick! Run, girls, run! As fast as you can! Ah!
I just got like 50 people to come over here, and they just stood there and went, keep going, keep going, keep going. So I lost everyone, so it's pointless.
Keep going right there. Thank you.
And I'm not making customers for them.
Well, Justin and I took every opportunity to get customers, and we stole quite a few of their potential customers.
You have... No, don't you even think about it.
It's a competition. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever.
The red team did a really good job.
Trev's out spruiking. I saw that the red team poached a couple of hours, and I just said, hey, I've got to go out the front. I've got to help Trev. I'm happy to do that.
Hey, guys, come on in.
For the people coming in, we had to make sure they came to the blue team.
We really need your support. Come on.
And it started to kick over.
Come and try some cup the lamb balls and lamb and skewer.
How many would you like? The red team was ahead, but we are actually starting to catch up, I think. They're not miles ahead of us like they might think they are. We're catching up. The team was becoming more and more focused, and we had the biggest comeback.
Like some extra grated cheese on top.
Yes, please.
$5, guys.
That is the best ever risotto that's come out all day.
Lamb koftas are doing really well.
Totally recommend it. Big thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
Behind.
Aaron was getting very frustrated with not getting the toffee right. So I dragged him off that because he was really losing the plot a little bit.
Aaron, don't touch it. Leave it.
I ended up doing the toffee apples. I really didn't want us to stuff up the 3rd batch.
Success. Only half
so we'll just try and roll out these toffee apples as fast as we can.
There you go, sweetheart. Sorry for the wait.
Yeah, I think we've definitely caught up. We were in a worse position before. We made the decision to switch to skewers instead of the kofta because they were time-consuming. But we sold out of all our kofta, so we made that money.
They've done the right thing. They've tried something new. They've sliced the lamb, they've marinated it, they've skewered it, and they've done what they should have done from the start, which is nice and simple, flavourful, and now they're moving.
Can I get a serve of lamb skewers with tomato sauce, please? Oh, yeah, 2 skewers.
You've eaten that yucky stuff, now come try really good.
Try some real
Come on, guys.
Food. From what I've tasted today, I think the blue team have done better. Well, a little bit more expensive, but I prefer the flavour on the blue team.
$6, please.
Thank you. Are we going to get some pineapple up soon?
Yeah, here, I'm going for that now.
OK, if you do the pineapple, can you write pineapple on the board?
OK, guys, you got half an hour to go. Think about how you're going to get rid of the food.
Guys, maybe think about a fire sale, yeah? 2 for 1, half price.
Come on, support the red team. 2 for the price of 1 across the board.
All of a sudden, I hear this massive screech. It's Julie screaming to the people from her stand. She's just telling everyone to get over here, 2 for 1.
2 for the price of 1, they're delicious.
We need to pump out this food. Any money is good money at this stage.
$4, you get 2 toffee apples. $4, you get 2 lamb skewers. $4, you get 2 cheesy balls. Come on! Come on!
Do you want to start lowering it?
Yeah, 2 for 1 or what?
$3.
Ask Kate what she wants.
Katie, you happy for us to start lowering our prices?
Yes.
2 for the 1 beautiful cheesy risotto balls. 2 for the price of 1 lamb skewers with yogurt.
Come and get some lamb skewers. I'll give you a discount price. Mushroom risotto for $2.50 or lamb skewers for $2.50. How about that? OK, I'm doing discounts, mate, on the lamb skewers for these 2 lovely ladies.
$3 lamb skewers?
We were behind, and we do have a challenge to win. Lucas and Trev were out spruiking $2.50 lamb on a skewer, and when they came to be served, they just magically happened to be $5. I'm not evil, I promise, I'm not.
$5, please, ma'am. Thank you very much. Can we get lamb? You want yogurt or tomato? For 1 lamb, $5.
Come on, toffee apples. Delicious, delicious.
My mate Justine came in and poached some of my customers. I wasn't happy.
I can't get aggressive, can I? Hi guys, you don't want a risotto for $2.50, do you?
5 minutes to go. We're out of toffee apples. They're frantically putting a bit of last-minute lamb on the skewers to try and get that out. Still a few arancini balls happening, but we're really just running it down. We've got a lot of people still there. We're just basically trying to get every last cent we can.
2 minutes to go.
$2, $1, whatever you want to pay.
Sandra with butter.
Risotto, we're out of risotto, guys.
OK, guys, you got 1 minute to go. You're down to the wire. Remember, any little bit of money helps.
I'll take $1. I'll take $1 for the pineapple. Let's go.
OK, the till closes in 30 seconds.
I'm happy that we've caught up to red team, but at the same time, I'm regretting that we didn't perform like this for the whole day.
Do we have 5 lime skewers, guys? I've got 5.
OK, that's it. Time's up.
OK.
Gary gives us the time up. We've got 3 customers waiting to be served who have all paid. Thank God they've paid.
We can still give them their food.
They paid for this.
We did everything we could in the challenge to claw back to a respectable position. Hopefully it's enough to have stolen a victory.
All right, guys, time's up. Well done.
OK, guys, that's our last customer. Well done.
I definitely like to see red team lose. They think they wipe the floor with us, so yeah, it would be an amazing feeling to actually beat them.
Walking in with the entree, it wasn't just 1 plate, we had 2. To start with, we have an amuse-bouche, which is a leek soup and a crispy wrasse skin. And for entree, we have Sergeant Baker mousse, and that's in zucchini flowers. I hope they don't slam me for doing 2 and not meeting the brief.
So the brief was to do 3 courses?
That's
so you've
right.
done 4?
I just thought it would be a nice difference for our group to give you this to start with.
They've broken the rules a little bit. They've served an extra course, a little amuse-bouche, you know, which is an amused mouth, as it is directly translated. Something to get the taste buds going at the beginning of the meal. And I think that's OK from my point of view. I'm happy with that. I don't mind if they bend the rules a wee bit. That's rather nice.
Everyone loves a little bit extra when they go out to dinner. So good on them. Good stuff. Great start. Exciting.
Let's see whether or not these zucchini flowers taste as good as they look.
Really lovely flavour. The fish is simply cooked and it's served with olive oil and lemon juice.
A good texture in the fish. Having said that, I don't know whether you guys can still, but there is a metallic flavour left in your mouth. I can still taste it, but ever so slightly.
Let's look at the main course for the red team.
The only criticism I can make of the dishes is that the main wasn't quite balanced properly. I think there's a bit too much potato salad compared to the amount of fish we had.
Pan-fried leather jacket with potato salad, braised fennel and a roasted pepper puree.
But is this an entree on steroids or what? Sorry.
Is it a potato dish with some seared bits of goldfish?
Well, it's certainly a generous pile of large chunks of potato. Looks like Fred Flintstone's been out there with his stone axe chopping them up.
We really tried to make fish the hero. We really tried to make it beautiful. And we just really tried to cook it well and to impress with classy food.
Yeah, never lick your knife.
Never lick your knife.
It's really nice. I'm really... wow.
And I was ready to jump in there and smash it, but it was really good. I liked it.
Creamy potato, loaded with mayonnaise and herbs, crispy, crunchy, wet fennel that balances against that creaminess, beautifully cooked bit of fish, and that rich, dark capsicum flavour. It's a really, really good dish.
This could be the dish that wins the challenge for them. Unless, of course, the dessert lets them down.
For dessert, we've done a poached pear in red wine with a chantilly cream, and then just to end it, a nice sweet wine.
If you like your cream fluffy, your pear crunchy, and your syrup reduced so the spices are very strong, this is your dish. For me, those three things are the wrong way round.
Yeah, they have fallen short, especially after what a cracking main course they served us.
Well, there's only one thing left to do, and it's to thank Peter Kuravita for the use of your beautiful restaurant at Flying Fish. Thanks so much. Have you got anything to say about, you know, the standard that you've seen today with the two teams?
I think it's on a knife edge, really, between the two of them. I think the red team did very well until the end and let us down. And it was vice versa for the blue teams.
Look, we've got a really hard decision to make, guys. We have to decide who the winner is and who loses this challenge.
Hello, everyone. This week's team challenge pushed you to limits like never before. The aim was to cook a 3-course seafood meal to serve at the exclusive Flying Fish restaurant. The difficulty was, first, you had to head out to sea and catch the fish yourselves. You then had to clean and fillet the fish before cooking and serving it. The winner will spend an afternoon doing work experience in the kitchens of some of the most famous restaurants in Sydney, Otto and China Doll. The losing team, however, will face the painful task of voting to send one of their own team members home.
Blue team, we tasted your menu first. Overall, spectacular looking. 3 dishes that all popped when they arrived into that dining room. The combination of that blue mo wong, the beautiful pan-fried fillet, along with That caramelised whitloaf was magnificent. Was a marriage made in heaven. So congratulations on that dish. But really, where you came flying home was the dessert.
You guys did make the decision, though, to use the bait in both entree and main course. Quite controversial.
Andre, why are you smiling, mate?
I think, you know, the captain said it was good for consumption, but I would possibly maybe domestic consumption. I don't want to put my name to that, to serving up that the prawns and the squid.
That starter did let you down. There was a flavour in there I cannot explain, you know. All it reminded me of is when we'd get back from fishing and we'd wash out the bottom of the boat, and that smell of walking around on you know, fish scales and guts and stuff. It wasn't that good.
What happened to the prawn jus or the prawn sauce?
When I actually made it, I pulled it out and it was way, way, way too salty. I didn't season it at all, but it became very, very salty. So we left it out. And then we ended up making a burnt butter sauce.
Why didn't we see that sauce with the presented dish?
It actually went on the table with the rest of the food, but it didn't get collected and taken inside with the rest of it. I don't know where it went. It was just gone.
Poe?
Yes?
What do you think happened with the sauce?
To be perfectly honest, I did not know of a sauce, and I didn't see the sauce that was in the jug.
Red team, we debated the validity of the extra course. It's a generous act from a restaurateur or chef to give a complimentary dish. And when it's a complimentary dish that tastes as good as that, with the true flavours of leek and potato, it was a pleasure to start the meal like that. Zucchini flowers, again, were magnificent. The sort of thing you want to start a meal with because it gets all those juices going in your mouth. Your main course looked clumsy. Myself and Peter both said it looked like a dish that Fred Flintstone had put together. Having said that, as well as eating our words, we ate all the dish. The flavours were impeccable. Dessert, however, was your lowest point. When you poach a pear, it's best not to serve it crunchy.
So, anyone that could have done a bit better?
I really can't say anyone today because...
Not one person?
Yeah, you know, I could, but it's on petty things, silly little things, and...
It's the little things that count.
Yeah, of course it's the little... Everyone just works so well, and, you know...
No, you're not answering the question.
Right, OK, I'm going to answer your question. I will answer your question, George. I thought it was a little bit difficult to find a position for Sandra for the pure fact, before we even started the challenge, you didn't want to do desserts.
What's your feelings about that?
I don't think that that's fair because I actually got to do the pears. I poached the pears, and whilst I was actually watching them and monitoring them, I was actually asking if I could help anyone. And I floated around and I did quite a lot. So I think that's a very unfair comment, Justine. Yeah, I think I did really well.
You did do a great job. Everyone did a great job. You did a fantastic job.
I know I did.
OK.
It's time for George and Matt to reveal the judges' verdict.
The judges decided that the winning team in yesterday's challenge was red.
We were all like stunned mullets. I think we were so in shock. It was unbelievable. And I'm like, everyone's so quiet. Like, I'm wearing red, right? We're red. We won. We've won this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So we have basically 10 minutes to serve 150 tartlets.
Yes.
because they're not on time. Desserts cannot go out by the observatory rules before all salty, savoury dishes have gone. Blue team has not finished their savoury dishes, which means that we've only got 10 minutes to serve 150 dessert canapes. This is a competition, this is a challenge. Why are we put on hold? The guests won't understand why we've just stopped serving food.
Done, let's get up. Thank you, man. Cheers, dude. Yeah.
The last dish to go out is mine, fig and duck lady cigars.
It's just really irritating that we got held way up because the blue team's food had to go out first and they took so long to do it.
I didn't feel too bad, actually. I thought, well, you know, we're trying our best to get our dishes out, and I knew that the little tart cases they had made were very easy to make. So I thought, oh, well, you're just going to have to wait.
The good side is that they do get our food last. So the last thing we'll remember is the red team dessert. So there is an upside to it.
So that's it, no more? That's it.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it, Chef.
Thank you.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Sorry, you can go now.
Thank you. Guys, let's go. Let's go. Gentle. Keep them innocent. If you can do two, very careful, please. Perfect. Well done. Yes.
Vanilla cream with the mixed berries in it. Oh, great. Thanks.
I'm gonna have to have one, actually.
Red team, you're kicking us. And that's the only dessert, yeah. Red team made it. Thanks a lot, but anyways. No worries. Cheers.
Red team, blue team, time's up. It's all done. Well done.
The buzz at the moment is massive. I've got adrenaline pumping through my veins. I feel like I've been out for 3 nights in a row and haven't gone home yet.
Today has been crazy. I loved every moment of it. Yeah, I do feel like it's just shaved 2 years of my life.
So the judges, the guests, are going to vote. They're putting their chips in the red or the blue martini glass. Fingers crossed they fill that red glass up. I really want to win this one.
So, boys, red, blue, what's your decision?
I had a really good night, but it was definitely sided on the red. It was a bit more gourmet.
I voted for the blue. There hasn't been such a lot of quantity coming out with blues, but it was definitely of a high quality. The ocean trout was really good. I didn't try that. Prawn with wasabi was yum.
Tonight, my favorite is for the red team. I think the flavors were so much stronger, so much nicer.
I voted for the blue team. I have to say it was because of the very first dish they brought out, the trout dish, which was absolutely delicious.
Okay, everyone, it's time for you to meet the amateur cooks who have put together this evening's food. Please meet the MasterChef cooks.
You know, you've been under the pump all day, and then to see all their smiling faces and to see that they've actually enjoyed the food, it's very rewarding, but also very humbling.
Blue team, red team, thank you. We will see who faces elimination tomorrow. Thank you.
See you in the morning. Thank you.
Walking into MasterChef kitchen this morning, you know, there's only 4 seats on each side, so you just notice the teams are smaller and smaller, and it's becoming more intense.
We've counted the votes, and the team that collected the most will now be declared the winner. And the winners are in for quite a treat. They will be spending the afternoon in the kitchens of 2 of the most prestigious restaurants in Sydney, Catalina and Pierre, learning from their top chefs. However, the losing side will have to decide who let their team down the most, and that person will be eliminated.
What you guys did yesterday was remarkable. You guys showed maturity, not in age, but in cooking ability. And that is fantastic, and we're all very proud of you. Well done, top job. Right, let's break it down and let's have a look at how each team went.
Justine, I could see your team were loving it last night, hopefully every minute. How do you think you went?
I'm very proud of my team. I think we did a great job. We all listened to each other and everything got out. Everything went to plan.
Julie, how do you feel Justine went as the leader?
Justine went terrifically as the leader. She directs things very well, and she makes sure that we're on top of it. So I think she's a terrific leader.
And Chris, would you work under Justine in a real kitchen?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's mature beyond her years when it comes to that.
The oysters and the tartlets were standout. People were talking about them. They loved the fingerling lime on the oyster and they loved those little fresh fruit tarts to finish off the meal. Why the sweet tartlet? What was the idea behind that?
We just thought it'd be a really nice idea to end the night with a sweet.
So I'm just curious, why did you use the pre-prepared, bought-in sweet tartlet cases? I'll be honest with you, I was disappointed. Do you think customers come to a place like the Observatory Hotel and expect to find something that they might find in a 3-star hotel down the road?
We wanted to do a dessert. We had the pastry shells available to us. We discussed it. We discussed it with the head chef there. We tasted it and we came to the conclusion that they would be great.
Overall, I think you guys on the red team did a fantastic job. Really well done. Commercial environment's very different from the MasterChef kitchen, and I think you all held your own admirably, and George and I were very proud. Excellent, excellent work.
Thank you.
Poe, you were the team captain of the blue team. How do you think the team worked together?
I thought everyone went brilliantly. Each dish had many processes to it, and we really were quite ambitious, I think, with each of our canapes.
I mean, your dishes were really delicious individually, but do you think there was enough food out there?
Well, we managed to eventually get the amount that we required out, but it was staggered very poorly, and that was completely my fault. One of the dishes that I thought was going to be the easiest one to plate, the ceviche, that's why we chose to do that first. As we wanted to make the dish look more and more pretty, the process just got more and more involved with the micro herbs and then all the different salts and stuff. And unfortunately, the timing suffered because, yeah, it just didn't flow. And, you know, the waiters were getting quite cross with us, actually.
So it was 5 to 7 and you ran out. What happened?
Ran out quantities was a bit of a problem. I had a bit of a struggle with the fish because we started off having the fish quite large in cubes, and then the dish evolved into a smaller pieces. So I had to just keep on pumping more out, and we got them out eventually. It was a high processed dish because there were so many elements to finishing the dish off.
Right, Sandra, in each empanada, how many grams of mince went in?
Oh, I'm so bad when it comes to that.
10 grams?
10
be
grams,
safe?
let's say 10 grams.
Okay, so 10 grams, 150 people. That's, my maths is pretty good, especially with dollars. That's 1.5 kilo, yeah? How much mix did you make?
I didn't weigh it. I made quite a lot. I made, 3 sirloin steaks.
Probably 10 kilos of mix.
Hips.
What was that all about?
It's the inexperience, George. I really, you know, I've never worked in a restaurant like that, and I've never run a restaurant, certainly. I actually had to play it safe. I had the 3 sirloin steaks, and I thought I might as well just...
Is that what you do at home?
I make probably for the 4 of us 500 grams, maybe, so half a kilo.
Yeah, it's very clumsy, because it's, number one, it wastes time, all right? And number 2, it's food cost, it's money. If you were making pasties for the football, fair enough, you made enough.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, you know, the quality of your food was really spot on. It was on the money. But the question is quality gonna be enough to get past quantity? We're gonna have to find out.
I really felt that maybe the quality of the food would speak louder than the fact that I botched up the timing of everything.
Red team, blue team, the time has come to reveal which of you has won the challenge. Remember, the losing team will be eliminating one of their own. One of you will be leaving this competition today. I can now reveal one team scored 97 votes. The other team scored 51 votes.
When they said 97 to 51, I thought, oh boy, I hope we're 97, because that would be a bit embarrassing.
The winning team is the red team. Yes, we did it again, you beauty.
Fantastic.
It's excitement, it's relief, there's pride. It's a wonderful feeling.
Fabulous job. Really well done. And Justine, can I tell you, I am just gobsmacked. I mean, this is the second time now as team leader, and I'm impressed. You're focused, you're in control, taking charge. You have no issue in terms of delegating and following up. And that's a skill, and not many chefs out there grasp that, develop that until far later on into their career. And I think you're edging in on Chris's territory here as one of George and I's top contenders.
I think Justine has got a good crack at winning this competition, so I'll be keeping my eye on her.
Everyone on the red team, congratulations. You can now head off and enjoy your afternoon cooking in the kitchens at Catalina and Pierre.